I'm here in Brooksville, Florida, off of Rester Road, right next to the Suncoast Parkway, and I am at the Olive Grove. This is a private olive grove that is here. They're only open on the weekends. They have their own olive trees, and as you come in, of course, you see some young olive trees. They press their own olives. Of course, I see no olives on the tree, but I'm expecting something wonderful as I go through here. Now, this is all that I see of the olive trees here. Most of them are mature, and of course, this is somewhat winter for us, and so nothing but great things about this place. I'm just panning around so you can see this. We're out in the middle of no man's land.
I'm Dee Dee's little worker bee here at the Olive Grove. I want to know why you're watching me on film and not here in person. This Olive Grove section here is the first of what they planted 8 years ago. They fell in love with the trip to Italy and the groves, and Dee Dee realized that the weather very much was like that of Italy. Since then, 30,000 trees have been sold in Florida. So we get feedback from people as far as the Keys and all the way up north as Gainesville to see how the trees are doing. As you can tell, they are the same but different. They grow a little different. This is the Arbequina. It's a little more flowier of a tree as opposed to the Coronikis, which we have down here in front of that pine tree here. If you step over to the right a little, you'll see it, the tree better. And he kind of grows straight up. See that? We are an organic farm here. Second week of August, I had the ladder up in these trees and picked every darn one of these olives. And I thanked every tree I climbed in because I am grateful. Nice. Okay. Some of the smaller ones, the roots were getting invaded by trees they had planted here, not realizing that was going to stop a little bit of the growth of the trees, so they got rid of those. And they're growing. And now we'll head back to the rest of the olive grove. Trees here are anywhere down from 7 to 3. You have the 7-year-old here, some 5-year-old trees, and over there the shorter ones are 3. The trees that we sell here have been propagated from bigger trees. So we know that you'll get olives 3 years, 5 years. Otherwise, it could take up to 10 years or longer to get an olive off of the tree. Somebody asked if they could plant the seed. Nope, the way it's done in Spain and Italy naturally, it's via route through the bird first. Some oil sampling. You ready?
I'm going to show you these plants that are for sale. These are her olive plants.
Are Coronikis. These are European. They're the Frontoio, Missions, and Manzanitas.
We're going into the store now. And this is the store. And this is
the store. Ta-da! We have soaps that we make from the olive oil. We have... I'll tell you about the mill. How's that? We can start over here with the mill.
It smells absolutely delicious in here. Unbelievable.
We had one of the little kids bite into the soap. That's how good it smells in here. I heard the mother correct them. Didn't think nothing of it until T came in later. It was like, oh, these are bite marks. And sure enough, 2 little toddler. I said, oh, that's why she said stop. These are all our samples. But here is the mill. This was shipped here 2 years ago from Italy. You throw the olives in here in the hopper. Over here is a screen and it gets pulverized, seeds and everything. And it comes down into this chamber that's in here called malaxation and never goes above 86 degrees because then it will no longer be cold pressed. Then it goes down into this configury here. It's got blades in there that separate, to help separate the mash and the oil. And then the mash will come out here. And the oil comes out here, and it's actually green. That's how fresh it is. We don't do any kind of filtering here. You do a natural racking process, and that is what's occurring right here. All the sediment naturally goes to the bottom. And then you will have your oil. This is oil that was milled maybe 5 weeks ago. Who wants to sample it? Okay.
I'm going to do the sampling. It smells good.
That's very mild. It's like an Arbequina.
It smells good. Tastes
Yeah.
light.
Olive
Clear.
oil is a natural antibacterial, natural fungal, antiviral. I hike the Appalachian Trail, and you know, they always got pepperminty flavored. Well, you know, bears smell better than dogs. What I bring for toothpaste is baking soda and olive oil. That's what I brush my teeth with. It's good stuff. It's good for the skin. Olives like there are anything else. With the large green ones that they stuff are like the Savannah. That's usually like Arizona. We don't get a cold enough winter to grow those, so we usually bring them in. And the Koroniki, our oil is a combination of 7 different varieties, but when you have the larger groves, they have acres and acres of Koroniki, or whatever brand. I met a gentleman came in today and he milled some of his olives, and he's got over 40,000 trees in California. He's just starting to do the Florida thing. The olive grove sold over 30,000 trees in Florida so far in an 8-year course, probably a lot more. We get a lot of feedback. That's how we know how the trees are doing in Florida, because it was trial and error for Dee Dee. Like I said, they went to Italy and fell in love. I'm trying to separate it. We have infused oil, we have balsamic vinegars. I like to go up the alley, up the ladder rather. I like to go up the alley once in a while too. As far as flavors, this is more of a mild. The Arbequina is a little more mild. Koroniki, I'll get people that say, oh, it's got a little kick to it. They'll call it peppery. It usually hits you in the back of the throat. People who smoke tend to get a very burning sensation, but that's just, it's doing its good thing and taking all that nasty stuff that they're putting on their throats from smoking. When you purchase olive oil, you never want to buy it in a plastic bottle. Always get your olive oil in glass. Plastics aren't good for you. Even if they're green, don't let them fool you. We are a world of advertisement and lies. The most important thing when it comes to olive oil is purchasing it, right? Because it's so expensive. What happens is, because of the way labeling occurs, you don't know what's what. What you want to look for on a bottle would be a harvest date, not an expiration date. A harvest date. You know that the oil is good for 2 years. Expiration date from when? When they said they bring it from Spain, when it was here distributed, you don't know. They did studies that you can Google. I'm not going to say the list here, but people who we have trusted and who are really cute on TV, Rachel Ray, they all got caught for not having extra virgin olive oils. Perfect example. I like natural things. When we milled oil last year, I thought, I'll take the mash and I'll put it on my hair. When I went like that to the mash, I didn't even feel any oil slippage on my fingers. But that's what companies take, and they add heat to it, they add chemicals to it, and now you have your olive oil. Now they have these tricky labelings, good for high heat. No such a thing as an olive oil good for high heat. They mix it with chemicals, they mix it with who know what. Avocado oil is good for high heat. We have a walnut oil that we have this year that goes to 350 degrees. Extra virgin olive oil should never exceed 305 degrees. I don't even cook, I don't put on any kind of heat. I usually goes on after the fact.
She's filling up a bottle of freshly pressed olive oil.
Can't get no fresher than this.
This
that's
is
for
beautiful.
sure. I can't go up the whole neck with it though because it's still gassy. You don't want to pop your cork, do you? Come on.
So I'm getting my bottle of freshly bottled oil. She's sealing the top
That's it.
after she corked it up.
That's what you call fresh.
And she's going to label it for me.
I hope.
That is nice.